Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 17th to the 23rd. This is for Taurus Sun and Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to your reading, to get a little bit more specific, and to make you feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Now, this week, Taurus, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of really good days, but then Wednesday may be a little challenging. Pluto's being a little naughty, all right? If you're new to my channel, you know that, or you don't know. I leave a list of all the key astrological dates for the month if you want to follow along. But yeah, I love how the week kicks off with all that energy in Mars. You could hear some stuff about money actually because Mars in Gemini right now is in your second house. But let's go ahead and get started with your reading for October 17th to the 23rd. This is again for Taurus, Sun, and Rising. Now, and you should know that because you clicked the Taurus video. Why do I say that anyway in the video? It's so weird. I should stop saying that. You are a Taurus. What was I going to say? You know what? Let's just say, Taurus, I love you. You know what? I love you so much. I love all my Tauruses. I say it all the time. Gosh, y'all are amazing. And I always, it's so funny because I have so many Taurus friends, and they always remind me that y'all are ruled by Venus, by the way, and so y'all, out of all the signs, love like y'all are so essential. You love like physical touch, like hugs and just like whatever. And I'm always reminded of that whenever I see my Taurus friends because they're always like so like huggy and stuff, and I love it. It's so adorable. Anyway, Taurus, let's get to your reading because I talk way too much. So this week, interesting. Okay. Now, wow. All right. So you did get the Justice card, in your past. Okay. And so there could have been something that has happened recently where it brought a sense of justice because this is what we're talking about, but it's more in the bigger message is that there could have been for some of y'all, if there was some sort of like legal matter that you were going through or just some papers that you had to go through, it is, finally everything's sorted out. That's one message I'm getting. The second thing is that if you feel like you've been wronged in a situation, listen, the Justice card has a lot of karmic connotations to it. I love that the Justice card came up for you because we are in Libra season still, all right? We're moving into Scorpio season next week, and, it's ruled by Libra, but this is all about balance, all right? So that balance that you've been seeking, you should feel it at this point, all right? If you had felt a little, like, off, all right? So you can see the scale in the judge's hand here. So when I speak about balance, it really is a lot about balance. And that is not only in your physical reality, but mind, body, spirit. All right? All that balance now. It feels like you're coming into it. And I love that about you, Taurus. Now, you did get the Seven of Cups in the heart of your spread. All right? So, Taurus, what I want you to do this week, I want you to think about what you really, really want. All right? So, this Seven of Cups, I call it the card illusion and delusion, but listen, you can see that this man is getting gifted all these, different opportunities, all these different cups. Cups are emotions, but here you can see that they're so different. There's beauty in one, there's enlightenment in another, there's, a snake in the other. It's almost like you have to make the right decision moving forward, and it looks like you will have to make some sort of big decision this week. For some Tauruses really just actually have to fine tune what it is they're really passionate about, what it is that that's going to fulfill you emotionally. And a message I'm getting is that some Tauruses have actually it's been some time, all right? Some time that you've been on this, okay? Trying to figure out your path or your journey, or, even if you get some opportunities this week, like whether it's in career or different suitors, if you're, single, looking for relationships, it's really just now thinking about which one am I going to stick with, all right? Because that's going to help you keep focus. Now, you did get the Five of Pentacles, all right, in your challenge area. So for some Tauruses, it's almost like things are, there could have been some sort of loss or you could have felt like abandoned. You could have felt like an outsider in some circumstances, or not a sense of belonging. But you've overcome that for some Tauruses. But even though you still kind of feel that sting. Do you know what I mean? So let's, at this point, do what we can to like come to peace with that if you do feel that. Secondly, with the Five of Pentacles in your challenge area, some of y'all are actually the thing that I the message that's coming across is, if you need help at this point, ask for it. Okay, Taurus? Ask for it. All right? Everyone says, and listen, this isn't me. There is a stereotype for Tauruses that y'all are very stubborn, okay? Listen, stubborn, I don't think is the accurate word. Y'all know what you want, you put your foot down. All right? But in this instance, sometimes we do need that help, all right? And so if you need some help, all right, whether it's financially, whether it's, if you're having some challenges, mental health issues, like just too much work and too much going on in your life, reach out. Y'all have so many friends. They'll have so many friends, okay, and family, and you have people to reach out to. It's okay to do that, all right? Now, you did get the Knight of Cups in your crown. Very interesting. I love that. We know where your head's at. So it looks like you do want to move forward. With a relationship. Some of y'all, if y'all are single, looking for it, all right, at this point. That's something that's kind of like priority for you. But the main message I'm getting is actually for Taurus is just being able to pursue the things that you really want to pursue, the things that you're really passionate about. I mean, the Knight of Cups, sure, he is the prince, or not the prince, the knight in shining armor, or the Prince Charming, actually. So y'all are hoping to have this person come through, and I'm getting the message it is work and relationships. Okay, some of y'all are thinking work-wise, new partnership, something going through, but that's part of your passions. Okay, so at the end of the day, I love where your head's at. Okay, so that's good. I also love that you did pull the Queen of Pentacles in the Rudier spread. Now, this is very interesting because this is the Queen of Pentacles is, well, first of all, she's really rich, all right? And so we know that at this point. Some of y'all are looking for that, all right? A little bit more wealth, a little bit more financial stability, a little bit more just being able to build the world that you want at this point. I mean, she has a luxury to do that, okay? This is, and I say this in a lot of my readings, is this card looks like it was torn out of the page of a fairy tale. And what is a fairy tale? It's world building. And so she has the resources, okay? She has resources to build the world she wants, the empire that she wants, the kingdom that she wants. And she can do it, and she can do it well, all right? But the other thing is that it's at that point where she will do it to make sure everybody in her kingdom is happy, all right? She has that maternal energy. She will buy you the socks you need if you don't have socks. She will buy you food if you don't have food, right? This is where you want to be. Not only do you want that security for you, you want it for your family. You want it for your friends. If your friends are it, you want to be that person, okay? Now, you did get the King of Cups in your future. I love this for you because, one, we're starting off with, remember I said justice, all about that balance in your life. Now, the King of Cups, the emotional stability, this is coming through, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. And I love that that is coming through. This is, I feel like you are going to make the right decision if you have opportunities come through. The King of Cups is really someone who's like mastered all levels of their emotion. This is very exterior energy too, as the kings are. That's where their energies and their powers lie. But you can see his throne is on top of water. Now, talk about balance, right? Talk about like owning his emotions. Talk about emotional stability that's there. Now, it's also, okay. So here's the thing. I just clarified it. First, the other message that was coming through is that for some Tauruses who are concerned about relationships, you can breathe, okay? Not only will that's going to be great in your life, um, the sex is also going to be really good. If I know I have a lot of younger readers, or sorry, viewers, so I don't go into that part. When those messages come through, I don't like spend time, but you'll be fine, all right? If you've been worrying about that. Ace of Wands affirmation, okay? Secondly, with that emotional stability that you have, that's going to open up a lot. That's going to open up a lot. The King of Cups, listen, he's someone who leads with his heart, okay? Not his head, his heart, okay? So when we talk about the Queen of Pentacles wanting to take care of everyone and buy everyone in her kingdom stuff to make them happy, King of Cups is like making sure everyone's like emotionally, there's like, whether it's someone in the royal court or even a farmer, if the farmer's unhappy, he's just like, why is that farmer unhappy? And he'll make sure, he'll ask questions. See what I mean? Like, that's the emotional stability that's coming through, but also new opportunity. All right, we talked about your passions earlier, right? Going after the things you want, making that right decision, being really laser focused in terms of what you want, and boom, new opportunity coming through. This is in your future area, okay? Ace brings in new opportunities, okay? And then the wand here, all about our passions, all about our ideas, even work related too, if you're concerned about that. Going into a new job, just having that, stability you're looking for instead of being like, kind of nervous about it, just being like on top of it emotionally. All right, Taurus, you're good. Now let's get to your stuff. Taurus, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, I love you. Taurus, this is a big week for you. This is honestly, I was gonna say it earlier. There's a lot happening this week. This is a week where a lot shouldn't be happening because there aren't major aspects astrologically. But wow, it was a big week for you. All right, so let's continue. You got the Ace of Swords. This is your second ace. Okay, it looks like all you wanted is to have that like breakthrough. All right, it's kind of like your priority, and I'm not surprised, especially because that full moon we had in Aries about on October 9th, really powerful, and we're still feeling that energy. But remember, Jupiter is in Aries. Jupiter is going to rub. Jupiter in Aries is your 12th house, your subconscious, hidden enemies. Just there's a lot that happens up there, and you're in your head a lot, and you're analyzing a lot, and you're thinking a lot. And now it's just you're breaking through. Okay, it's almost like all the puzzle, it was almost like there was a puzzle in your head and you're putting them all together, and finally, oof, you're putting that last piece in. All right, so I hope that brings you some relief. Again, Ace ushers a new change in Swords, very powerful. All right, authority, very very powerful. It's almost like, even for some Tauruses, who are really, really seriously looking for that balance, you have that clarity now, okay? You need it, and you know what you need. Now, Knight of Pentacles, this is your second night. Look at you. Wow. So, Knight of Pentacles, in your external factors area, that stability's coming, okay? If that's something you've been worried about, for some Taurus, it looks like it has been, because if you look at from the imbalance with the Justice, these different opportunities and different things and different ideas that you have with the Seven of Cups, not really knowing, and then the emotional stability and this new opportunity coming through, there's a whole story happening here. Now, the Knight of Pentacles really is about long-term commitment, so something's coming through, okay? Especially with that Ace of Wands energy that came up in your external factors area, and it is going to bring that. I love how synchronicity listen, talk about balance. So listen, we started off with the Justice, with the Judge's scale. We're ending with the Six of Pentacles, with the scale in his hand. This is all about harmony. Six is the heart of the tree of life. You're good. Now, I did say that money was going to be a theme this week, in the beginning of the reading before I even laid it out, and now it's all showing here. External factors area. So there's a long-term commitment that something's coming through that is going to bring that stability, and you're going to be something that you're satisfied enough with to build it to where it is you're committed to it for a while, okay? And then also the Six of Pentacles, all that balance. And if you need help, it's there, okay? If, like said that earlier, if you need help, it's there, okay? Six of Pentacles is really great energy. It's kindness, it's sharing, it's understanding the balance between giving and receiving, and it looks like you'll be receiving, all right? Now, you also got the Seven of Pentacles, another Pentacle card, all right? So, money, listen, it almost seems like some Tauruses have been at a crossroads, okay? And now it's time, all right? Now it's time to decide what you're going to do, especially with the Seven of Cups here and the Seven of Pentacles, okay? And so, opportunities, think about what you really want, right? And now, the thing that you actually want, it's to know what the next step is, and to know, should I stay with what I've been doing, or do I do something new? Don't take anything for granted. Like, you've clearly worked very hard. You can see him raked all of his wealth and pentacles and everything in, and now he's just kind of like sitting there, little exhausted, doesn't want to work as hard as he used to, but also at the same time has this moment to pause and say, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? So, Tauruses, a lot of y'all are about to go into a major change, okay? Major. Your spread is indicating you're on the brink of something very, very, very brand new. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen this week, but you can expect it actually this month, all right? Especially with that Scorpio, so that solar eclipse. Those eclipses have been in the Taurus Scorpio axis this year, okay? And so we know that that eclipse that's happening in November, that's in your sign. That's a big one, all right? So it's almost like, and I never want to say it's a guarantee, but the message that's coming through, where you are now, today, timestamp, today, by December, very good chance you will be in a very different place, okay? Very different place. Now, here's affirmation for that. You got the World in your final outcome. All right, Taurus, this is the last card in the major arcana as you've come to the end of this major journey in your life. Taurus, let me tell you something. And I love it when I do that, when I turn in my chair and I'm just like a cop. Anyway, Taurus, let me tell you something. Look at this. Do you see the four fixed signs in the corners of the universe? They're each, you're there, by the way, okay? You're there. The end of a journey. The laurel wreath. You can see the wreath. This is victory. This is success. This is everything that you have wanted at this point for this journey. It's coming to a conclusion for you to start your next journey. And that's why it makes more sense here with your spread. All right. Oops, sorry, I forgot to turn off my email. You're good. Taurus, I'm very excited for you this week. Again, this is the brink. This week is the brink of something new to come, okay? And when I say something new, something big, Taurus. Okay, that's it. I love you, Taurus. I was going to say one more thing, but I think I've already said it all. You're just good. I love this. I love this spread. It's a pretty significant spread, okay? Again, really funny for a week where astrologically not a lot happens. Really good days, I'm not going to lie. This is a beautiful week, except for Wednesday where Pluto's being naughty. But otherwise, you're good to go. I love you, Taurus. I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, it would be great if you like and subscribe. If you are a subscriber, you know I love you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week.